Hey guys, Ivan here at ivanmana.com. In this video, I want to show you how to create a Facebook ads campaign from start to finish in 2022. Whether you're an affiliate, a business owner, an ad agency, this video will be very helpful for you so you know exactly how to create a campaign from start to finish. As you guys watch behind my shoulder, I'm going to show you absolutely everything, leave nothing out. That said, let's get straight into it. So the first thing you guys want to do if you want to create a Facebook ads campaign is head over to business.facebook.com. So we do want to create a Facebook ads account via the business manager as opposed to your own personal Facebook account. There are many benefits associated with that. Once you get to this page, you can read more and see, all the different benefits, but you will be able to create more accounts. You will be able to receive access and send access for somebody else to manage your account, or you'll be able to manage somebody else's account if you're an ad agency. So this is just all in all a very convenient way and a very efficient way to promote on Facebook. So once you're on this page, what you're going to do is click on create account. You're going to fill in some details, and I'm actually already logged in. But you will have a little questionnaire. You're going to have a little pop-up that's going to ask you for some details, your business name, your phone number, your email, things like that. And once you fill in all those details, you should see a page that will look something like this. So it's going to have the name of your business here. You will probably not see any pages. You probably won't see any ad accounts. And I will show you exactly how to set all this up here. But this is kind of going to be your main interface, right? Your main dashboard. So there are several things we have to do before we actually start promoting on Facebook ads, before we actually get into the campaign creation process. Unlike Google Ads, where you could just create a Google Ads account and that's it, you can start promoting. With Facebook ads, you have to create a Facebook page first, right? So it's going to be like a public source of information for people, so they will know exactly who is creating the ad. Unlike Google Ads, you have no idea who created the ad. So the first thing we're going to do is right here on the bottom left, you're going to click on business settings. And let me go through just a few things you have to do first. So the first thing you guys are going to do is go to payment methods, and you have to add a payment method, right? This is so that your ads don't get interrupted and money is just going to be coming out of your account as you run the ads. Now, the next thing you have to do is click on business info here and make sure all the business information here looks good, your address, your phone number, the legal name of business. And then at the bottom, you will need to verify your business email, right? So these are things that I'm telling you guys to do right now because you don't want to create your campaign and then it's going to ask you to do all this, right? So let's just get it over with at the start. And then once you actually work on your campaign, it'll be up and running. So you might have to verify your business. It's going to say verify email. So if you haven't received an email yet, just click on the option resend email. It's going to be something like that. Make sure to check all your email tabs. It might be in the promotions tab, the socials tab, maybe even the spam folder. Make sure to go in there, check everything, and verify. And once you do, it'll just say email verified, and you will be good to go, and you'll be able to create your ads. So we're actually getting closer now to the actual ad creation part. So the next thing you have to do is click on pages, and you have to actually build out a page, right? So what you're going to do is click on add. You can click on create new page here if you're a beginner, if you're starting out. You can choose any of these. It really doesn't matter too much. You will be able to generally change the category later on. But select something that matches what it is you're promoting. Like, are you an actual artist? Then select this. Is there a brand or product you want to promote? Then select this. Do you have a local business and you just want to promote in the local area? You would select this, right? So select one of these. I'm not going to create another page. I think I have too many. But once you select the option here, you will be able to name your page. And then once you name your page, it will look something like this. Like here, I have a Hockey Fans Unite page. It's going to look something like this. I don't want any of that. Leave. It'll look something like this, and you will be able to go in. You're going to be able to click edit. You can add an image here for your banner. You'll be able to add an image here. Just click that little option here. You will be able to go into more, go into all these options here, go into about. And you will be able to edit the about information, things like that. All this stuff you can do. I cover exactly how to create a page. I think I spent like 20 or 30 minutes in my Facebook ads course at ivanmana.com/all-courses. If you scroll down, you will see a Facebook ads course that I have that shows you how to do this. But in general, it's pretty straightforward. Do what I showed you in the steps so far, and then you'll just be able to edit all these options. Like Facebook makes it really easy. It says edit, learn more. You click that. It says about us, and then it says edit there. So you just edit that, right? It's got options here to edit the pictures. You can do that. Add as much information as you can, but don't kill yourself over it. The main thing is just to have a page available to actually start promoting, right? To create an ad account and to start promoting. So don't worry too much about it. So once you create your page, let's imagine like we'll be using this page or something like that. What you have to do next is click on add accounts, and then you'll need to create an ad account. So you'll click on add, and I can't create a new ad account because this is a new business manager account and I can only have one ad account, which I already created. But it's a really simple process. All you guys are going to do is click on add. You're going to click on create a new ad account, and you'll just be able to enter a name. So in my case, the name I set was ad account 1. And then what you're going to do is you need to assign people to that account, right? So I assigned myself. So when you select your account, you have to click on add people, and then you're going to select me, which I already have, and then you're going to select all these options. So do you want to give full control to yourself? Probably, right? So you're going to select that. You're going to click on assign. Yeah, so that's all you have to do is if you weren't assigned already, just click on add people, okay? And that is it for this part, okay? So congratulations. We've done all the necessary work needed to actually get started with creating our ad. Once you do everything I show here, these 4 things, what you guys are going to do is click here on all tools and click on ads manager. And then in this ads manager is where we're actually going to be creating our campaign. So I have this campaign here. Let me quickly delete it. So I'm assuming you already have some sort of website. Let's suppose we want to promote a learn guitar offer, right? I'm assuming you guys already have a website that you want to promote. Otherwise, you can't really promote it on Facebook without a website. So let's suppose we want to promote this website here. Okay, so Lucky Fender, they're going to get some maybe free ad spend from us. So the first thing you guys are going to do is once you're here, right? Once you click on, again, go here and you click on Ads Manager, you're going to click on Create. And you see here, there are 3 tabs, right? So you have the campaign, which is the very top layer. It's where you'll be able to potentially set the budget and set your campaign objective. Then you have the ad set level. That's where you choose all the targeting. And then you have the ad level. That's where you actually create the ad. You create the headlines, the descriptions, the images, things like that. So under campaign, you're going to click on create here. That's the first layer. And the first thing it's asking for you to do is choose a campaign objective. So you can, for each of these options, you can click on the little I here and it will tell you what this objective is, right? So brand awareness, for example, the goal here is to show your ads to as many people as possible, not necessarily to get clicks. It's to get as many people as possible, like reach. Show your ads to the maximum number of people. Brand awareness is show your ads to people most likely to remember them. So Facebook has algorithms to try to get the most bang for your buck, depending on the objective you set. So you have conversions. Once you set up conversion tracking, which I will cover in a later video for 2022, Facebook will be able to show your ads to people most likely to convert based on the existing conversion data. So do you have an app that you want people to install? You will select app installs. So it's all pretty straightforward. Okay, again, if you click on the little I, you will be able to get more information. For the purpose of this video, we're going to go with the standard, which is traffic. And a traffic campaign means we just want to get traffic to our website, to your website. And we want people to click on the ad so they get there, right? So we're going to select traffic. We're going to say continue, and we can enter the campaign name here. So in this case, it's going to be learn to play guitar. So let's say this is called Fender Learn Guitar, okay? And we're just going to go from top to bottom. So as you can see here, we're going to start with the campaign level, then we're going to go to ad set, then we're going to go to new traffic. So the first thing you guys do have to do with Facebook is select a special ad category. So does your ad belong to any of these? Because if it does, Facebook will have more limited options for your targeting when it comes to that, right? So for example, employment, there was some lawsuit or something like that against Facebook earlier where people were complaining that they were being biased, right? Because Facebook would only be showing their ads to people of a certain age, of a certain gender, things like that, and it became unfair. And so with things like that, you will not be able to do such detailed targeting. So you do have to declare, if you are promoting something to do with employment, with credit, things like that, you have to say what it is. In our case, it's a guitar. I tried to keep it as simple as possible for the purpose of this video. So we're not going to select any of these categories. But I will go into the targeting options so you know exactly what I'm talking about anyway. Now, the next thing here are the campaign details. So if we click on show more options, you can set your budget. So if you click here, you can set your maximum budget for the campaign. I'm not going to do that. We're going to set the budget at the ad set level. Okay, so I'll show you how to do that. For the auction type or for the buying type, you only have one option, auction for traffic. So that's okay. For traffic objective, again, you're just confirming, verifying that this is what you want. And let me hide options. And we have selected traffic, so that's good. So we're going to scroll down. We're going to skip A/B test for now. I will show you how to do split testing, but you don't have to select it here. Campaign budget optimization means that you will set a budget for your campaign as opposed to a budget for your ad groups, right? Or ad sets, as they call it in Facebook. So again, I'm going to keep it off. We're just going to do it at the ad set level. So look through everything, make sure it looks good, click next. And we're on the way to our ad set level. So for this part, I'm gonna leave it empty for now. So we're not gonna enter anything in here. What I like to do is first select the targeting. And then after you select the targeting, we can come back here and give it a name. And this is useful because later on, once you create these different split tests, right, you will be able to just glance at the name of your ad set and know what targeting is included there, right? You don't wanna have to click on each ad set and then only see what targeting you selected. So we're gonna change this as soon as we select all our targeting. But in the meantime, let's go through this first. So we're gonna select website because like I said, that's the point, right? You wanna get people to your website. Dynamic creative, we're gonna leave off. I do cover this in a different video as well as in my training course. So you can take a look at that if you wanna know what this is, but I'm gonna leave it off for now. It's not necessary. Okay, so here's the budget part, right? So you can set whatever budget you want, totally up to you. The more you spend, the faster you're gonna get the data. So I can leave it at, let's say, $10 per day. That is what I started with when I first started Facebook ads, but it's totally up to you. And here Facebook is saying that you'll spend up to $12.50 on some days. So if you say $10 here, it doesn't mean that the maximum is $10 per day. Facebook will exceed your budget by 25%, but they will not spend more than what you said here per week. So 10 times 7 is 70. So they will not spend more than $70 per week, okay? And what you could also do is go into lifetime budget. And you can say, okay, I don't want to spend any more than $350 for this entire campaign, like regardless of how long it takes to reach that budget. So you can do that. I'm going to leave it at this and I'll say 10. Over here, you can set a start date and an end date. Totally up to you. I don't want to set an end date. I'm going to go in and I'm going to manually pause my campaigns, delete my campaigns, whatever, because I know that I'm going to be very active. So if you know that you'll be managing this all the time, you could consider not adding an end date because, well, you'll be there, right? So if the campaign doesn't go as well as you want it to, you can just hit pause. But maybe if you're going on vacation or something, or you just want to just run a campaign for 2 weeks and kind of just go do something else and forget about it, you can set an end date and it's going to automatically stop so your credit card doesn't keep getting charged, right? That's the idea. As for ad scheduling, you can't select this right now. As you can see, it's grayed out. You do need to set a lifetime budget in order for it to work. And I think it says scheduling is only available with lifetime budgets, okay? So we're just gonna leave it like that. Next, we have the targeting. Okay, so this is the meat and bones of this whole Facebook ads marketing, right? It's how you find your people that you wanna promote to. So if you have existing audiences, which you probably don't right now, I do because I've created them from previous videos and from my own marketing. So I will create another video showing you how to do all these, how to create, remarketing lists and things like that. For the purpose of this video, let's assume you don't have anything if you're completely new, right? So this is basically remarketing, so you don't have anything here. So for location, this is straightforward. You can choose your location. So the first thing you want to do is select people living in or recently in this location. Or you can just say people only living in this location. Up to you how you want to do it. You can also select people traveling in this location. So maybe people are tourists or something and you want to sell them some tourist mugs or things like that. You can do that. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. For the countries, you can also enter whatever countries you want. So I generally, as a rule of thumb, for most offers, I like to go with the tier 1 countries. So that's US, Canada, Australia, UK, New Zealand. These are the 5 highest quality traffic countries. And so if you want to do that, you can do that as well. I'm just going to stick with 3 for now just to speed this up a little bit. But you can enter whatever countries you want. If you want to target the whole world, you can type in worldwide, and it's going to be a region or place, and you can target everything. But we don't want to do that. We do want to target specific countries, so we're going to leave it like that. So next we have the age. You can come in here and you can change the age. You can go all the way from 13 years old, okay? So pretty young. You want to be careful if you do that, just because if you're promoting offers that people have to pay for, right? 13-year-olds don't have a credit card yet. I don't think they're legally allowed to have a credit card. So they have to ask their parents, right? So your offer better be damn convincing if you're going to promote to 13-year-olds. And then over here, you can set the age group. Maximum is 65 plus. Next, we have the gender. So you can choose men, women, obvious stuff. Nothing too crazy here. Let me go over languages real quick first before we go into detailed demographics. So languages is so the default is English, but you can type in English and you will be showing your ads to people that generally have like Facebook in English type of thing, right? So if you type in Spanish, for example, you'll be showing your ads to people that Facebook deems speak those languages. And how do they know that people speak those languages? Because most likely they're using Facebook in Spanish, for example, right? Things like that. So that's that. I'm gonna click on show more options. And yeah, connections. So you can also go here and you can say, I want to target people who currently like my page or people who are similar to those who like my page. So for example, I have a page, my own page, right? Ivan Mana, that's my page. So I can target people who like my page. I can do that. And then you can save that audience and you can use it later on. We're not going to do any of that right now, but just letting you know the options that are available. This is though, you do have to have a page. So you cannot target people using this way, that like any page. It has to be your page with this way. So it's kind of like a remarketing list of people that know you, people that are familiar with you. Now, you can target people who like other pages right over here. Okay, so detailed targeting. This right here is what will determine how successful your Facebook advertising is. So in addition to how good your ads are, how catchy they are, how good the images are, the text is, this is really what's going to set and what's going to determine how successful you're going to be, because this is your targeting. Are you targeting the right people, the right audience? You don't want to sell cars to people that aren't interested in cars, right? Things like that. So pretty common. So we're promoting guitar. So if we type in guitar here to get some suggestions, we might get some ideas. And if you don't get anything, you might have to just re-click it again, or you might have to just click browse again, even though you can't click suggestions. So just click browse again. And you can go through this on your own if you want. Like you can go through demographics and kind of, let's say life events. You can target people that have an anniversary within 30 days, things like that. Or you can just type in, let's say guitar. And let's say you want to focus people that like guitar. Now, guitar is generally, it's a very broad thing, right? I mean, who doesn't like guitar? Just because somebody likes guitar doesn't mean they're going to buy a guitar product or they're going to buy guitar lessons. So generally the research you are going to do is going to be way more detailed than this. So I do have a video showing you how to use the Audience Insights tool, and I can't go back to show you there right now. But on the top left corner, you should see an option that says Audience Insights, unless Facebook removed it again. They remove it and then put it back quite often. But if it is there, you can use the Audience Insights tool to do thorough research and to pinpoint these exact groups that people might like, or maybe their employment status, maybe they're working as a guitar teacher or something, to show their potential interest in the product you're trying to sell. So guitar might be a little too broad, right? And it says here, by the way, guitar. So if you hover over here, it says the size is between, there's 150 million people who like guitar. So that's huge. That's a huge range of people. So unless you're running a brand awareness campaign and you just want people to know about your offer, that's a little too broad. You'll be spending money on these clicks, right? Keep in mind, the reason why we're talking about this, you'll be spending money on everybody that clicks this. And what are the chances that they're going to buy? They're not very high because this is broad. So you want to go down. What you could do is you could select guitar. So you could select, let me type it in again, click browse. Oh my, yeah, it kind of bugs out a little bit sometimes. You can click that, and then you can click on suggestions, and now you'll be getting more suggestions on other interests, right? So it shows people who like these certain pages. So go in here, and again, it's doing the same thing. So we can go more specific. We can go acoustic guitar, things like that, but it's still a bit broad. Let's say learn guitar and see if something comes up. So learn to play guitar. So people who have expressed an interest or like pages related to learn to play guitar. So this isn't ideal, but this is already way better, right? We're already pinpointing people that want to learn to play guitar. Here you have another interest group. So this is a different group. It's called Learn Guitar. And then this one's Learn to Play Guitar. So not a lot of people here. As you can see, only 1,000 people in here, only 8,000 people. Not a lot of people. But if you want to create a very targeted list, this could be the way to go. So you could select these people. Now, what I did here is I added 2 interest groups. So our ads are going to show to people who like guitar and people who like the Learn Guitar group. And that's one option you can take. Another option you can take is you can exclude. So let's say I want to exclude people who like piano. I only want to focus people who like guitar. I can do that, right? So now anybody who likes guitar and piano, I'm not going to show my ads to. What you could also do is you can narrow audience. And this is the laser targeted approach that I cover in my other videos and my training course. It's where your people, your audience, must meet these criteria. They have to like one of these groups, but they also have to like a different group. So maybe people that are interested in instruments or music or things like that. So musical instrument, for example, you can click here. So people that now people have to like guitar and they have to like groups pertaining to musical interests, right? So it's a more narrow approach and there's no right answer. You can go with different ways, but I do like to narrow it down because then it creates a more laser targeted audience that is more likely to buy. So we can do that. And then over here, you should be able to see. So your estimated audio size is 3 to 4 million. So that's a lot of people. My golden range is usually between 300 to 600,000. So if it's still over a million, you probably want to keep adding further. So I could narrow further and I could say maybe people who also like music. I mean, this is still kind of broad, right? But I'm just giving you an idea of how this works. So we can go here, maybe select music. And now let's see how this changes. So still 3 million, so still quite high. I'm going to remove this piano thing. I'm going to maybe remove learn guitar. And 6 million, yeah. So lots and lots of people. Maybe you can narrow it further. We can say, let's see, people who like, what type of guitar is this, right? So you would take a look here, maybe acoustic guitar. So you could say, let's suppose that you're promoting an acoustic guitar. So you can say people who also like acoustic guitar. And now this is 3 million. So anyway, you get the idea. You can keep going. You can keep narrowing, right? And notice here it says, and must also match. So you'll be targeting people who like guitar and who like musical instrument and who like music and who like acoustic guitar, okay? So you basically set out 4 criteria that your people have to match in order to actually see your ad. So you're going to go down and you could select this option, which says reach people beyond your detailed targeting. So if you select this option, Facebook is going to show your ads to more people that are similar to what you selected here. So I wouldn't suggest this option. As you can see here now, the range is 86 million. So it's huge. Unless you really want to go out and kind of test this out, I really wouldn't suggest it. So we're going to keep that checkmarked off. We're going to scroll down. Okay, so here you have placements. So if you select automatic placements, Facebook is going to show your ads kind of everywhere. Instagram, Facebook Messages, Facebook Newsfeed, Facebook, Side, things like that. I do suggest manual placement and selecting exactly where you want to show your ads. So for example, let's suppose if my product isn't Instagram worthy, we can go down here and we can remove Instagram right here. And we can just remove everything actually. Instagram Shop, Instagram Explorer. Let's suppose we don't want that. Let's suppose we only want to show it on Facebook. So we can select over here. Let's suppose we don't want to show it here. If you want to be as safe as possible, I do suggest promoting only on Facebook to get started with, right? And then you can kind of expand. And if you're doing well, then you can promote on these other ways. But I would suggest just starting with Facebook, maybe even just Facebook Newsfeed. So if you deselect it, this is like the safest thing you can do. And as you can see here, the number went down. So that's good, right? Facebook Newsfeed are ads. That, by the way, if you hover over any of these, you will see exactly what the ad's going to look like. So if you hover over Newsfeed, it's just the ad that shows up as people scroll their Facebook Newsfeed, right? So you have to try to really catch their attention to get them to actually click on it. So that's that option here. Then there is targeting. So if you click on show more options, you can target specific devices. So you can target only mobile devices, only Android device, only iOS, only feature phones, things like that. So this will be your targeting for specific devices. So you can target all mobile devices, or let's say only Android, only iOS, only feature phones. So you might not know what's going to work better right now, but once you start testing, you will get the data. Let's say Android converts much better. Then you can select only Android, and that way you won't be spending as much money. So you can go with that. You can also select only when connected to Wi-Fi. So this is a good option because this allows you to target people that are probably sitting at home somewhere relaxed, right? As opposed to being stressed in a doctor's office or waiting for something where they're connected to data. So it could be good to select this option over here. If you scroll down, there's nothing important over there. You could add block list, people that you don't want to target. I don't usually touch these options here, so we're just going to leave those. But if you do scroll up, one thing I did miss is the devices here. So if you click at it, you can actually select what devices you want to target. Mobile, desktop, or only mobile, only desktop. So that's that. We're going to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. We're almost done here. Now over here, you can choose what you want to pay for. So you can pay for link clicks, you can pay for landing page views, you can pay for impressions. Impressions is how many times your ad was seen. You can pay for daily unique reach. So showing your ads to as many new people as possible. I like to go with landing page views because I do want to pay for actual clicks to my website, right? I want to pay for the people that I know are interested enough to actually click on my website. If you select link clicks, sometimes people might click on your ad, but they will not be directed to your website. So you can go with that option as well, but I do like landing page views. You could set an optional maximum amount. So let's say I'm willing to pay up to 25 cents max per click. So you can do that, and it's going to tell you right here. So you're going to be reaching 1.4 to 3.19 people. So this is your estimate based on your budget and based on your bid here. So it looks like I'm going to get 0 landing page views. So might be a low bid. There you go. 50 cents is better. Keep in mind, these are just estimates, right? So it's not like 100% set in stone you're going to get this many page views. It's just an estimate to give you an idea of how high or low you set your bid to. If we click on more options, so you will be charged for every 1,000 times your ad was seen, right? So that's what you're going to start off with. Once you start getting some data, once you start getting conversion data, you will be able to change this to actually pay per click, not per every 1,000 impressions. So that's what that is. As I said, you cannot change it now. You will be charged for impressions. Once you start getting more conversions and you set up the conversion objective, you will be able to pay for specific objectives, such as landing page views. So you're not going to be paying for every 1,000 times your ad was seen. Instead, you'll be paying for how many times your ad was clicked on, for example, things like that. So we're going to click next here. Oh, we didn't set a title, right? We forgot that. Good thing I deleted it so it reminded us. So over here, we're selecting Canada, US, Australia. So I can start with that. I can say CA, US, AU, and then I can put 2 slashes, or you can do this however you want to, but I'm just giving you an idea for how I do it. So I know that my age will probably be the same for every ad set, so I don't have to put that. I know that the gender, I'll probably be targeting all the time. But then over here, I want to include my interests, right? So I can copy that, Control C. Come back here, so I'll say guitar plus musical instrument plus music plus acoustic guitar. So I'm just gonna type those in. Plus music plus acoustic guitar. So now that we have this title, it gives us an idea for what exactly we're targeting without actually me having to click on it, right? Scroll down. Looks good. Yeah, and that looks good. So now we can go down, we can hit next. And finally, we get to the ad creation part. So again, for the ad, I'm going to leave the title blank here for now. We're going to come back and we're going to change it. So the first thing you're going to do is select your Facebook page. So in this case, let's suppose we want to use the Hockey Fans Unite page. And then here we want to create an ad. So you can select a single image or video. You can select a carousel, which is going to be a selection of images, or you can select a collection. So I'm not sure what this is. I've never used it, but we're just going to go with a single image or video for now. And we're going to toggle this ad preview here so we can see our ad right there. We're going to scroll down. And then what I like to do when I'm showing this right off the bat is I like to say something like XXX, AAA, YYY to give you guys an idea for when you actually see the ad of what is where, because you won't know. So the first thing we can do is we can add an image, right? So we're teaching people how to play guitar, so we can click on add image, and you can go over here and you can select business images that you have in your business account or page images that you have on your page. So as you can see here, we do have this image Fender Play, which is the name of this site. So we can go in and we can just use that for now. But when you actually do this yourself, you want to go in, you want to find a high quality image and then just upload it, right? So we're going to hit next here. That looks good. And we're going to hit next. And we can allow Facebook to make enhancements to kind of liven up your picture. That's okay. And there you go. So that's what it's going to look like. And then over here, right? So the XXX, whatever we put here will be shown over there. For the headline, it will be shown right below the display URL. And then the description will be shown below that. So that looks good. So let's start off with the primary text. So that's something that's going to get the person's attention first as they're scrolling through their newsfeed, right? So generally, I like to start with a question. So maybe something like, as simple as want to learn to play guitar. Just something off the top of my head. Obviously, I haven't done the research into this. I'm not into musical instruments at all, but that's basically what this is about. So we can start with that. And then maybe we can copy this just for the purpose of this video. I'm going to paste it right there. And I'm just going to copy this just to make things easier, just to kind of give you an idea. What's the best place? Should I learn? Should I start? Maybe delete this and then say, sign up for Fender guitar and learn right away. Something like that. And start learning right away. And then these ones, what I do like to do is also use emojis. So we're going to put enter. Oops. Put enter like that. And then we're going to add little emojis here. Enter. You can click on this little emoji face right there. And it doesn't allow you to type something in. So what I do instead is I actually, on my Windows, I'm not sure how to do this on Mac, because I click on the Windows sign and click period. And then here I can actually search for an emoji. So I can say check, and I can do something like that, right? And then what I can do is I can select that, and I can copy it, paste it, and then, yeah, that's not a question. So we can hit enter. And so that's the idea, right? Now, the first part, maybe the first few lines are going to show up at the top, and then it's going to say see more, and then you can see everything. So you do want to start off with something that hooks their attention, right? So that's why I started off with the question. And the next thing here we have is the headline. So the headline could be the best way to learn to play guitar. And I'm gonna deselect that preview so we can again see it from start so you guys can see everything. So the best way to learn to play guitar, and then here for the description, we can say something like, with Fender guitar, you'll learn to play guitar in no time, something like that. And that should show up underneath the headline if there's space, right? So in this case, the headline, this is on mobile, by the way. So that's why it kind of gets rid of space right away. But if there's space beneath the headline, like if I'm just gonna cut this part out just to show you, then I'll paste it back in. If I go like that, then that will show up, right? So we'll just paste it back. And on desktop, there should be room to actually see everything. So keep that in mind. So the website, we're gonna enter our website URL. So I'm gonna Control-C to copy. I'm gonna paste it here. That looks good, and that's gonna be our URL. For the display link, it's optional. So what you could do is you could just show this, for example. So I'm gonna copy that. It does have to be your actual domain. So you cannot just change and get a completely different URL here, right? And then here, this is the call to action. So you can say learn more, or you can say sign up now or get started. I don't think they have get started. Yeah, so you can say learn more, or in this case, let's say sign up. And then the button's gonna say sign up. If you click on add languages, you will be able to translate your ad into different languages to show them to people from some of the languages that you selected earlier, like Spanish, as we said, right? And then everything else here is good for tracking. Don't worry about this. I covered that in a different training course where we use a third-party tracking tool. That is not needed here for the purpose of this video. So we're gonna go in and click publish. And it's gonna be publishing here. It says 1 out of 3 because we created the campaign, ad set, and the ad, right? And so there you go. We can click on view details. We see it here. And once you're done, you can just click on the little X sign there. And then here it says processing. So it's going to be processed. It's going to be under review, things like that. And Facebook is just going to approve the ad if you didn't break any rules. And I don't believe we have any here. This is a really mild offer, Learn Guitar. And then here you have the campaign level. You can click edit. You can go to ad set level. You can click edit. You can go to ad level. And I told you that I'll show you how to split test. So it's really easy. If you, for example, want to test different interest groups and things like that, you can just click on duplicate. And you have an option to use it in the original campaign or create a new campaign, things like that. And you can also select the number of copies you want. So if you know that you want to test, 5 other different interest groups, you can just select, or you can say 5 here. Let's say we want to just do 1 copy. We're going to duplicate it here. And then here is the new copy, right? Here's the one that we had, and here's the new one. And by the way, we didn't enter the title for the ad, so we'll do that in a second. But let's say for this one, we want to change, I don't know, let's say we want to remove music. And instead of acoustic guitar, musical instrument, let's, like what are some popular guitarists that you know, right? I have no idea, but let's say, I don't know if Bob Marley plays guitar, I have no idea. But we can do that. See if people who like Bob Marley, for example. So we're going to be targeting people who like musical instruments, who like Bob Marley, and who like guitar. And the reach is much shorter here. It's 202,000, but that's okay. So we're going to go in and copy that. Copy the group. And then instead of these two, right, the music and acoustic, we're going to target Bob Marley. And that is it for this part. We're going to click publish, and we're going to let it publish. Looks good. Again, we're going to close out of that. And now we have the 2 different groups, right? So if we expand that a little bit, you will see one is with acoustic guitar and music, one is with Bob Marley. And then if you click on any one of them, it's going to take you to the ads. You can duplicate the ads the same way. You can click duplicate, and then we should probably change this, right? The title, I mean. So we come back here. So we can describe this a little bit. So maybe learn guitar with a question, plus we could say what image. So the image, woman playing guitar at computer. Okay, so that's the name of our ad, so we can reference it later on. So we're going to click publish, and then we can do the same for the other ad. So if we make changes to the other ad, we can go in and then name it, right? But this is going to make it obvious to us what this ad is for testing later on. that's pretty much it, guys. So that is how you create a Facebook ads campaign in 2022. If you enjoyed this content, if you enjoyed the way I teach, definitely take a look at my YouTube channel, guys, at youtube.com/IvanManna. I have so much free content. I have over 400 plus free videos. You guys can take a look at everything here as I show you how to make money online. Now, the other thing is I do give you a free 55-page affiliate marketing guide on my website at ivanmanna.com, teaching you exactly what affiliate marketing is, how to get started with it, and potentially start making money with it today. I also have training courses if you go to courses, including my Facebook ads course, which is like a 3 to 4 hour course, which covers everything in thorough detail, including a remarketing training course where you can learn to target people that are familiar with your website, that have bought some of your products, and that are just much more likely to convert. So that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.